Vanakkam, Namaste, Namaskaram, Sai Ram, Jai Shri Ram, Swamiye Saranam Ayyappa. Om Shakti, Parashakti. Welcome everybody. You're currently streaming live with us on Atonville TV. This is The Journey Show, the show all about exploring Hinduism as a whole. I'm your host, Kimera, Heeralal, and if you'd like to interact with us in studio today, please do so with the contact details that you'll find at the bottom right of your screen, or you could use the bottom column where it says live chat. I do apologize for getting here so late. Oh, I know. You guys, you're allowed to shout me. I'm sorry. Forgive me. Humbly forgive me. I'm asking for your forgiveness. Guys, I got stuck in traffic and, I'm on my way back from work to do the show this evening, so please do find it in your hearts to forgive me. Tell me that you forgive me. Type me a message. Kim, Ramashni, Andy, type me a message that, you've forgiven Kimera. It's okay. It's not your fault. Welcome to Kim Padachi on YouTube this evening, as well as Ramashni Padachi, and welcome to Andy Punan as well. Thank you guys so much for interacting with us in the show this evening. As you know, we finished off the last Friday that we did. We finished off with Durga Ma and everything about her that we needed to teach and mention. Today we're moving on to Gayatri Ma, or Maa Gayatri rather, right? We're talking about Maa Gayatri this evening, and we would like you to interact with us in studio today. Now, if you have your own facts or your own beliefs or your own opinion on things, this is an open platform for you to use and interact with us in studio today. Got Kim Padachi coming in. You are forgiven. Thanks, Auntie Kim. As you can see, my attire is in a t-shirt on a traditional show, so do forgive me for that. But hey, my t-shirt has a thing of International Yoga Day on it, so yeah, it's a bit traditional, yeah. All right. Yes, of course, you're forgiven. Thank you so much, Ramashni Padachi. Thank you guys so much for joining the show. Well, I want everybody to stay tuned for a full hour of a jam-packed cultural show about exploring Hinduism. It's going to be fun. Well, we don't only have the Gayatri Ma coming up, we also have Shashi Gussain all the way in London helping us with this topic of conversation, as well as, the value system comes towards the end of the show. And there's also something beautiful about the Gayatri mantra that you need to know. And here's a quick one for you to stay tuned for the rest of the show. Why are women not allowed to chant the Gayatri mantra? Did you know that? So if you've been doing so, please stay tuned for the rest of the show. Welcome back straight after this commercial break. Vanakkam, Namaste, Namaskaram, Sai Ram, Jai Shri Ram, Swamiye Saranam Ayyappa. Om Shakti, Parashakti. Welcome back, everybody. If you just joined us, you are streaming live with us on Atonville TV. This is The Journey Show, the show all about exploring Hinduism as a whole. Now, if you want to interact with us in studio today, please do so with the contact details that you find at the bottom right of your screen, or you could use the bottom column where it says live chat. Kim Padachi coming in on YouTube. The season to be jolly. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. All right. So as we promised a bit earlier, we said we're going to talk about the Gayatri mantra. Now, let's take a look at, we're talking about now, okay, let's leave the Gayatri mantra for a little bit later. Let's start off with Maa Gayatri first. Let's give you a bit of education as to what Maa Gayatri is, and then we'll talk about the Gayatri mantra as well. All right. Okay, so Maa Gayatri is the personified form of the Gayatri mantra. Yeah, it's better to explain it first before I talk about that, yeah? Okay, so she's the personified form of the Gayatri mantra, a popular hymn from Vedic texts, all right? Now, Maa Gayatri is also known as Savitri. Sorry, I have a friend named Savitri, guys. And Savitri, basically is the other name, okay, and bears the epithet of Vedamata. that is mother of Vedas, right? Now, Gayatri Ma is often associated with Savitr, a solar deity in the Vedas. Now, according to Skanda Purana, Gayatri Ma is another name of Saraswati Ma, right? And is the consort of Lord Brahma. Now, Shaivite texts identify Maa Gayatri as the consort of Lord Shiva and his highest form of Sadasiva, with 5 heads and 10 hands. Now, Gayatri was the name initially applied to a meter of the Rig Veda, consisting of 24 syllables. Now, in particular, it refers to the Gayatri mantra and Gayatri Ma as the mantra personified. Now, the Gayatri mantra composed in this triplet form is the most famous. Gayatri Ma is the manifestation of goddess Saraswati and consort of Lord Brahma, symbolizing the Shakti or energy, and Dev, a quality of knowledge, purity, and virtue. Now, Gayatri Ma is regarded as a Veda Mata, a mother of all Vedas. Gayatri Ma is venerated as Hindu Trimurti, Lord Brahma, Lord Vishnu, and Lord Shiva. Now, she is the embodiment of goddess Lakshmi, and also goddess Parvati and goddess Saraswati. Now, Saraswati Ma is held to be the patron of the arts, being a poet and musician, and as well as a skillful composer. Right? Now, in the form of Gayatri Ma, with the blessings of Lord Brahma, she believed to have given the 4 Vedas to mankind. Now, as per various legends mentioned in Vedic texts, Lord Brahma wanted to perform yajna along with his consort, goddess Saraswati. Now, the completion of yajna was not possible without the presence of the wife, and goddess Saraswati was not available. To make up for her absence, Lord Brahma requested the priest to research for a woman whom he would marry to complete the yajna. Now, as you can see above my head, this is who we're talking about, ladies and gentlemen. Now, on the request of Lord Brahma, it is the priest found a suitable woman named Gayatri, right, and got her married to Lord Brahma. It is believed that the woman was the incarnation of goddess Saraswati herself. So another legend, right? Let's move on to another one. Another legend found in the Puranas suggests that Gayatri Ma appeared from the body of a cow. Legend has it that Lord Brahma wanted to form a Vedic yajna, but he was unable to perform it as he had no wife. A yajna could only be conducted along with a wife. Now, Lord Brahma went to goddess Saraswati and asked her to be his wife and sit by him during the yajna. Goddess Saraswati agreed to take the form of goddess Saraswati and be Lord Brahma's divine consort. Now, goddess Saraswati went away to purify herself, and Lord Brahma started preparation for the yajna. But long after the completion of the preparation, goddess Saraswati did not return. Lord Brahma lost his patience and looked out for another woman. Now, he found a milkmaid walking at a distance. Lord Brahma passed her through the body of a cow. From the cow appeared Gayatri Ma. Now, goddess Saraswati soon appeared on the yajna scene as Savitri, and was furious to see another woman sitting by the side of Brahma. Savitri became furious and turned into a river and destroyed the yajna altar. Later, Savitri realized that she was late for the yajna. She calmed down and merged with Gayatri Ma and helped Lord Brahma in completing the yajna. The story symbolically explains that goddess Savitri and Gayatri Ma are manifestation of goddess Saraswati and are associated with Lord Brahma. Now, Gayatri Ma is typically portrayed with 5 faces and 10 eyes, looking at 8 directions of the earth and the 3 lokas, or realms rather. The 5 faces are called Pachamukhi, it's Panchamukhi, and each face has a different color: pearl, lapis lazuli, gold, sapphire, and white. The 5 faces, right, symbolize 5 pranas: prana, apana, jnana, udana, and samana. Pranas is a life breath or vital principle in Vedic and Hindu religion. They also symbolize 5 elements of the universe: the earth, the water, the fire, the air, and sky. Now, the 4 of her 5 heads are also said to represent the 4 Vedas, while the 5th denotes the Supreme Almighty Himself. So, however, some depictions show Gayatri Ma with 2 hands and in a red sari, holding a kamandalu and Vedas in her hands, and she also has a halo of Surya, the sun god. Now, Gayatri Ma has 10 hands and carries the weapons of Lord Brahma, Lord Vishnu, and Lord Shiva in her hands. Now, usually Gayatri Ma is depicted on a conch, chakra, lotus flower, gourd, and the noose. 2 of her hands of Gayatri Ma are shown in Abhaya Mudra and Varana Mudra. Abhaya Mudra is a sacred hand gesture or used during yoga and meditation practice as a means of channeling the flow of vital life, and Vasta Mudra also used during meditation and is a gesture of granting wishes or mercy. Now, among all goddesses, Gayatri Ma is the only goddess having Trinetra, 3 eyes like Lord Shiva. That's what it means. Okay, Trinetra. Now, Gayatri Ma is depicted seated on a red lotus to signify wealth. Lotus also symbolizes divinity. Now, a white swan accompanying Gayatri Ma symbolizes links with goddess Saraswati. And it is said that Gayatri Ma resides in human hearts in the form of a swan. Gayatri Ma appears in the heart as a swan upon fruitful meditation. Now, let's take a look. Now, we were talking about Maa Gayatri now. And I did mention that we're going to move on to the Gayatri Mantra. Now, before we move on to the Gayatri Mantra, or would you like me to? Okay, let me explain it first, right? Before we show you a little snippet of what we have to share with you today. The Gayatri Mantra now is one of the most powerful, most powerful mantras in the Hindu scripture. It's one of the most powerful mantras in the Hindu scripture. Don't forget this. Now, the meaning of Gayatri Mantra, I will tell it to you. I'm sure you, for those of you who are Hindu, know these words already. Om Pur Bhurvasvaha Tatsavidar Varenyam Bhargo Devas Yadimahi Dio Yo Na Prachodaya. You guys know it. Okay, now let's go through the meaning of it in English. The meaning of the Gayatri Mantra. Let's start with Om. We always start with Om. Did you feel that cleanse? All right. So the meaning of Om, the primordial sound of creation. Okay. Let's talk about Bur. Now I'm talking about the meaning of Om, Bur, what I just mentioned, right? So let's talk about Bur. So that is the physical body or material world. This refers to the 5 elements our body is made up of, which we've just taught you. Moving on to the next word is Bhuva. The astral body or world, rather. This refers to the power in man which animates the body, the prana shakti. Let's move on to the word Swaha. Casual body or world, heaven, the radiance of God, basically. All right. That's the word that denotes Paramatma. Paramatma. Can I say it properly like that? Denotes Paramatma. Okay. Savitar is the divine power of the sun, Savitri, the energy which gives life to everything. That's what we've mentioned. Even Shashi Gosai taught you the sun gives life to everything. That is why it's so important when pouring water in the morning. Now, Varenium, to adore and worship. Bhargo. Bhargo means the radiance, the spiritual effulgence, and the light that bestows wisdom. Devasya, divine reality or supreme God, and Dhimahi, we meditate. Dio, understanding and intellect. Yo refers to the word who. So that's how, now you want to know Om Pur Purvasva Tatsavitaram Varenyam Bhargo Devas Yatimahi Diyo Yo Na Prachodaya. There you go. Now you found the meaning of what that Gayatri mantra actually means. When you're listening to it in your home, your mom or dad, as growing up, they taught you, or your granny or your guardian or whoever, taught you to listen to this Gayatri mantra over and over. But did you truly know what it means? If you didn't, well, I hope the show did justice today. All right. So now you know what you're really doing when you're doing it. All right. Now, talking about Na Prachodaya, the last meaning that I was meant to tell you, Na means hour. And Prachodaya means act of enlightenment. So now I had to give you the last ending after I explained that, so you truly understand why you're listening to that Gayatri mantra all the time. When we put together the Gayatri mantra, and it translates to this, listen. We meditate and bow to thee, the most supreme creator who inspires and directs our intelligence and understanding. Now, did you get that? There is a collection of the Gayatri mantras for 24 other deities, just so you know. Chanting of the mantra and worshipping Gayatri Ma bestows great sanctity to everything that the devotees undertake. They get blessed with sharp intelligence, exceptional radiance, great enthusiasm, and tremendous zeal. So as to take on responsibilities and complete them successfully, Gayatri Ma answers their sincere prayers by removing their obstacles and solving their problems and bestowing them with strength, wealth, prosperity, and success. The prayers also purify the self and can lead to immense spiritual attainments. Now, looking at the Gayatri mantra now, right? This is some information put together by our Atonal TV team. You know who you are. I will give you special thanks towards the end of the show. Now, the Gayatri yantra is the symbol of divine knowledge, radiance, and peace, right? It is one of the most mystical objects which has the power to eradicate negativity, evil energies, and bad luck. Take a look at the my top right, your left of the screen. That is what the Gayatri yantra looks like. All right. Now, the yantra has a sacred, potent energies which works towards bringing about a positive change in an individual's life. The Gayatri yantra is a symbolic representation of Gayatri mantra, and is one of the most divine yantras which hold the supreme energies of Gayatri Ma, which I call her Maa Gayatri. Now, in cases when a home or a person is afflicted by unfavorable souls or spirits, after the puja of the Gayatri yantra, it can be dipped in water for sprinkling around the home for 1 week to banish all unwelcoming spirits. A ghee lamp should be lit continuously all day and night, away from open doors, guys, or windows, or even keep it away from flammable materials as well. Thus, the Gayatri yantra holds immense power for the divine energies, which helps the energy, or which helps to generate soothing atmosphere in the house where it is instilled and offers efficacious results. Now, the Gayatri yantra comprises of geometrical figurines that comprises of the divine lotus, a circle, a hexagon, a downward triangle, and the mantra along with the sacred numbers and primordial sound symbol Om. The divine lotus represents the absolute force of the Supreme, which is the absolute truth. It signifies detachment as well. And the circle, you are looking at the yantra directly. You still have it above me, right? So if you look at it, right, the circle, look at this yantra that I'm explaining, right? It's got a geometrical figurine. Look at it. Okay, so it's got the lotus. Look at it nicely. It's got the lotus inside it. Okay, it's got the circle, the hexagon, the downward triangle, and there's a mantra along with the sacred numbers. Now, don't forget the Om, right? Now, the divine lotus represents absolute force of the Supreme, which is the absolute truth and signifies detachment. Now, the circle represents perfection and peaceful creative void of the Vashuddha chakra. In the series of the 5 fundamental elements, it represents the air element, the Shatkuna, also known as the Guru Gyan chakra. This signifies the divine unification of Shiva and Shakti, and which is the cause of all creation. Now, the triangle facing downwards represents the core of all creations. Right, so we've just discussed Maa Gayatri as well as the Gayatri mantra. Let's take a little break. We'll come back straight after this commercial break.
You can do anything. All you need is determination and a fresh pair of these nallies. But what's the point of looking like Injay game if all your money is on your feet and your dreams go up in flames? In this world of doing it for a gram, do you want a bank that takes your money or a bank that takes your money seriously?
Vanakkam, Namaste, Namaskaram, Sairam, Jai Shri Ram, Swamiye Saranam Ayyappa, Om Shakti, Parashakti. Welcome back, everybody. If you're just joining us, you're currently streaming right here on Attenborough TV. This is the Journey Show, the show about exploring Hinduism as a whole. If you want to interact with us in studio today, please do so with me as your host, Kimera Heeralal, with the contact details that you'll find at the bottom right of your screen, or you could use the bottom column where it says live chat and interact with us. As today, we are talking about Maa Gayatri, and we just finished off with the Gayatri mantra. Let's connect with Shashi Gusain all the way in London. Let's see what she has to say about the Gayatri mantra.
Namaste, I'm Shashi Gusain. A lot of people have asked me, what is the Gayatri mantra, the eternal Hindu mantra? This mystical utterances that has been passed through generations for centuries. Mantras are powerful phrases which are chanted repeatedly. They've been proven to release positive energy which negates any negative thoughts. The Gayatri mantra contains the spirit of all the mantras, all the Vedic mantras put in it, which makes it so powerful. It is believed that the Gayatri mantra was written about 3,500 years ago by Rishi Vishwamitra in the Rig Veda, the oldest collection of Vedic Sanskrit hymns. It appears in Book 3, Hymn 62, verse 10. Gayatri is the name of the goddess of the Vedic mantra. She represents infinite knowledge. It is she who eliminates the darkness or the ignorance from our life and helps us attain enlightenment by showering us with wisdom that we need in our daily life. The Gayatri mantra has been quoted in many Hindu scriptures, including the Bhagavad Gita. The modern Hindu reformists further spread the message of this mantra. And before we start reciting this, we always say prana, which is Om, and that is in praise of the one supreme creator. The Gayatri mantra is in Sanskrit, and the words go as such. Om Bhur Bhava Swaha Tat Savitur Vareniyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Diyo Yona Prachodayam. So let's have a look at the translation of the Gayatri mantra in English. What does it mean? So Om says, let us meditate on Ishvara, who has created the universe and sustains life, to illuminate our minds by removing sins and ignorance. May He enlighten our intellect. It's a meditation on the light of the sun, which gives us wisdom, peace, prosperity, and liberation. It is believed that those who chant it 108 times get mystical powers from the rays of the sun. It removes all fears and ills. It brings healing in the levels of physical, mental, and spiritual. Mathematicians of Vedic culture viewed 108 as a number of the wholeness of existence. 1 denotes the oneness, 0 meaning nothing, and 8 the infinity. It is said that the sacred prayer spirals from our heart throughout the universe, imparting peace and wisdom. We believe that if we recite the mantra 3 times every day, all our bad karma and ills are warded off. We open our heart. We open up to new possibilities. We inspire wisdom through the mantra. Chanting before meditation can help to create a shift from sound to silence, resonate with the positive vibrations, and bring the mind to the present. The cyclic recitation of the 24 special syllables in the mantra creates a resonance within the energy system of our body in the chakras, which has a healing effect and brings peace within us. Regular chanting of the Gayatri mantra purifies the mind and body of toxins. It regulates the vital organs and helps in our better functioning. And the benefits are: it calms the mind, it stimulates the pineal gland and helps in the release of relaxing hormones. It increases concentration. The vibration first activates the third eye, throat, and the crown chakras, which are directly related to the brain. It improves breathing. While chanting the mantra, you're required to take deep, controlled breaths that, when done regularly, helps improve our lung function and breathing. Keep the heart healthy. Regular chants helps synchronize and regularize the heartbeat. It improves the nervous system. The vibrations help strengthen and stimulate the functioning of our nerves. It stimulates the proper release of neurotransmitters that help in the conduction of impulses. It gives skin a glow. It increases blood and oxygen circulation to get rid of toxins from your skin. It also helps in realizing that there's a higher force that sustains life. It develops a sense of gratitude towards the universe. The mantra helps us in our spiritual journey to liberate us from our karmas and attain moksha, the ultimate. Well, that is the Gayatri mantra. I hope you like listening to the little bit of Hinduism. I shall be bringing some more.
Thank you so much, Nandri, to Shashi Gasain all the way in London for that beautiful snippet on the Gayatri mantra. Well, I just want to share something with you. A very wise man spoke to me today, and he shared with me factual information about the Gayatri mantra. Something I want to teach you ladies and women out there. The Gayatri mantra should not be japped by women. If you didn't know, that is why when you do it at home, you play it on your radio or you sing it. Don't ever do the 108 jap Gayatri mantra. It is very dangerous, as you might become a bit manly, or you'll notice, since you've been doing it your whole life and no one taught you the right thing because they didn't know, you will notice that you are developing facial hair. There are things that women should not do. So, before I go any further, let's take a look at what we pieced together. A lot of information, talking about the mantras. There are reasons why women are not allowed to chant the Gayatri mantra. This is coming from the Vedic Times. Let's take a look. know why women are not allowed to chant the Gayatri mantra according to the Vedic times. What a lesson today. I learned something new. So yeah, we'll come back straight after this commercial break. Vanakkam, Namaste, Namaskaram, Sai Ram, Jai Shri Ram, Swami Saranam Ayyappa. Om Shakti, Parashakti, Amma. Welcome back, everybody, to just joining us. You are currently streaming live with us on Atonville TV. This is the Journey Show. This show is all about exploring Hinduism as a whole. I'm your host, Kimera, Heeralal. And if you'd like to interact with me in studio today, you can do so with the contact details, which you'll find at the bottom right of your screen, or you could use the bottom column where it says live chat. Now, as we started off the show, we spoke about Maa Gayatri, as well as we moved on to the Gayatri mantra. And if you want to actually interact with us and tell me what you just saw before the commercial, you saw something about why women are not allowed to chant the Gayatri mantra, please feel free to interact with us and comment at the bottom what you think of what you just learned today. I think it's quite interesting. It's quite epic, because there's a lot of times where people feel, there's no equality between man and woman. But if you look at it, it's the way nature was designed. Women are meant to do a certain thing and men are meant to do a certain thing. It's not that one is better than the other or one is stronger than the other. Each kind of man is designed to do a specific deed or specific purpose on earth, just like an individual. You are here for a purpose. Not everybody has the same purpose. And together as one, we make a beautiful universe and a beautiful world, right? Now, moving on from that, let's take a look at the temples that men are not allowed in. Take a look.
Aigiri Nandini Nandita Medini Vishwa Vinodini Nandinude Girivara Vindhya Shirodini Vasini Vishnu Vilasini Jinude Aigiri Nandini Nandita Medini Vishwa Vinodini Nandinude Girivara Vindhya Shirodini Vasini Vishnu Vilasini Jinude Bhagavati Kshiti Kantha Kutumbini Bhuri Kutumbini Bhuti Krute Jaya Jaya He Mahishasura Mardini Ramyata Mardini Shahida Sute Aigiri Nandini Nandita Medini Vishwa Vinodini Nandinude Girivara Vindhya Shirodini Vasini Vishnu Vilasini Jinude विश्वमेधिनि विश्वविनोदिनि नन्दिनुते गिरिवरविन्द्यशिरोदिनि वासिनि विष्णुविलासिनि जिष्णुनुते.
How was the Agiri Nandini track right there? Oh my God, produced and composed by Andy Poonen, now the rock star. His stage name was Ghost Rider. Yeah, he produced that entire thing, and God only knows where he found the lady to sing it for him, but brilliantly done. Well done. Thanks, Andy Poonen, for that song. But now, looking at the snippet that you just watched, temples that men are not allowed in, you know. Now, you've got the gist of what I'm trying to explain to you. Men and women, not one is better than the other or one is stronger than the other. We all are not allowed to do certain things as it is nature. It is nature's way of teaching you this is your duty as a woman and this is your duty as a man. And that is how, it's just the way the world works. Accept it, guys. But it's not about being better or stronger, yeah? When we come back, I know everybody's waiting to hear and see what Auntie Sheila's cooking this evening on this beautiful Friday evening. We'll do that. We'll do just that when you come back. Straight after this commercial break.
The ultimate accessory. The latest shiny thing. Mesmerized. Trying to keep up, but never getting ahead in an endless cycle of spending. In this world of constant upgrades, do you want a bank that takes your money or a bank that takes your money seriously?
Vanakkam, Namaste, Namaskaram, Sai Ram, Jai Shri Ram, Swami Saranam Om Shakti, Para Shakti. Welcome back, everybody. If you just joined us, you are currently streaming live with us on Attenville TV. This is The Journey Show, the show all about exploring Hinduism as a whole. I'm your host, Kimera, Heeralal, and if you want to interact with us in studio today, please do so with the contact details that you'll find at the bottom right of your screen, or you could use the bottom column where it says live chat. All right. So I see everybody's a bit afraid to comment on anything that has happened today. Don't be scared. You're allowed. You're entitled to your opinion. Come on, freedom of speech right here on Attenville TV. All right. Anyway, as promised, as we're coming towards the end of the show, we got Auntie Sheila coming up next, cooking butter chicken.
Vanakkam, darlings. Look what I got today. So today, my darlings, I just want to say to all of y'all, I'm making a nice different chicken dish. But before I say that, I want to sing a song to you. I will survive as long as I know how to love. I know I'll stay alive, 'cause I've got all my love to live. And I've got all my love to give, I'll survive. I will survive. Ooh, darlings, this is what I'm doing today. So, we've got some chicken. Now, I'm making kind of a, a butter chicken style, except I'm making it with chicken pieces, right? Drumsticks and thighs. Now, what I like to do now, this is like a butter chicken. I'm just making my own version. Okay, so the first thing I do is I add some, I love aromat, darling. So I add aromat to my chicken. Now, I know a lot of people might not like it, but I like it, and I know it adds lovely flavor. Then what I do is I also add some garlic flakes to it, right? I'm not going to add ginger garlic because I'm going to put this in the air fryer, darling. Okay, so we're going to add that. I add a little bit of chicken spice to this, okay? Not too much, darling, right? A little bit of chicken spice, okay? I add in some black pepper. Ooh, and now with all this virus, they're saying black pepper, turmeric, everything, all our Ayah's traditions are good. I'm adding a little bit of a secret spice, okay? Not too much, darling, because remember the sauce is going to have lots of masalas, right? And then I'm going to add a teeny bit of chili powder, okay? Not too much, as you can see, about half a teaspoon, all right? Not too much, because we don't want it. Okay, let me just put a little bit more. And if you prefer, you can also add in salt. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to massage all these spices into the chicken. Okay, darling, as you can see, the chicken has been marinated. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this chicken and pop it into the air fryer. Now, don't worry, darling. I know you're seeing I'm using my hands, but I got the air sanitizer. I put Dettol, I put Jik, I scrubbed, I itched, I washed, I put for 20 minutes. So we're all safe and ready to go. Pop this into the air fryer. We'll be back, darlings. Lovely darlings, here's my chicken out of the air fryer, and now this is how it looks. Okay, now darling, we're gonna go on to the sauce, the lovely sauce. Okay, as you can see, oil is sizzling, darling. Now this is a tip my brother-in-law Clinty taught me. This must put apparently the curry leaf in the oil. It gives nice flavor. But yeah, it transforms the flavor. Now I'm putting my onions, right? I put a nice generous portion of onion because I'm gonna put to create like a tomato base, so I don't like sourness. Then what you do is you let this onions cook nicely till golden brown. Okay, onions is nicely cooked now. Okay, as you can see, it's getting nicely fried. Okay, I want it a little bit more golden brown. Okay, darlings. Now what I'm doing is I'm adding my grated. I got about 3 grated tomatoes with some curry leaf and chilies into the oil. And you know what I say, darling? Let's put this low. You must cook your tomato nicely in the oil, okay? I got it a bit too high, but don't worry, we won't set the house on fire. Oh, Sakshi, God will protect us. So you let this tomato cook nicely, because we don't like that sour, isn't it, darling? So let this tomato cook off nicely, right? Let it, put it on low, darling, put it on low. Lucky uncle isn't here, otherwise he would have, you know what? He would have chow my ass for me and left me because I'm making so big noise in the kitchen. Yeah, I'm putting stove high. Hey, that one like to complain. Okay, darling, right, tomato is getting cooked nicely. Okay, darling, now that the tomato is cooked nicely, I'm putting some ginger garlic, right? I'll mix this ginger garlic a little bit into the tomato, right? And then what I'm going to add is a little bit chili powder, darling. I'm putting just 1 tablespoon chili powder, right? To make the curry nice and red. You remember, it's like a sauce, right? And then what I must do, I say must put manja. How they saying so important manja is now. Everybody, hey, the manja is sold out in all the stores, man. From those days, I'm talking about manja. You know, manja is so important, right? Put manja, and then you put that jeera powder, okay? And don't put too much jeera powder, darlings. And then, darling, what I'm going to do is I'm going to add my salt, right? Now, about approximately a teaspoon, right, of salt in it, right? And then you mix this nicely and you let that chutney cook, all right? Okay, now, darlings, to this I add a dollop of butter to melt into the chutney, right? Because it gives it a nice, rich, creamy texture. Okay? Okay, and once the butter is in, darling, now I'm going to add my pouring cream, okay? To make it nice and lovely. Now, as I said, this is not for the people who like to be healthy and the gymmers. This is the ones who like to put the hips on. Yeah, to be nice and round and voluptuous. Yeah, uncle like me that way. Ooh, yama. Okay, darling, now you put this, you put this in and you let you mix this in nicely and let the sauce come to a little bit of a boil, okay? Okay, darling, as you can see, now the sauce has come to a boil, and now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add my chicken pieces into this because I want this to cook into that, with that sauce. So there's a lovely flavor, darling, right? So we're going to put that in nicely. We're going to spread that in and let all of that cook in nicely and let all of those juices from the chicken and the sauce just marinate together and just have the most Delicious, delicious meal, darling. Now with this chicken, right, you've got to leave it to cook in for a little bit. So the flavors from the chicken infuse with the amazing sauce, as you can see, darling. You leave this for about 10 minutes on low, darling, and you can garnish, with some coriander, some dhania, alright? So, darlings, enjoy supper. Vanakkam.
Auntie Sheila all the way in Durban cooking a butter chicken nicely for everybody. All right. I know it's come to the end of the show where we're going to have to love and leave you. But before we go, let's do the 108 principles of the value system from the Tirukural. Compliments of, we got to say Palindran Munsami, as everybody knows him as Chippa. Today's principle is number 14 in the Tirukural. It says, do not engage in gossip, vain and pointless speech. Speak meaningfully. Thank you so much, Chippa, for that. It's amazing. Thank you so much. All right. We've come to the end of the show. I see everybody was afraid to join us today, but hey, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to this channel if you haven't done it already. If you are watching it for the first time, I know you didn't do it, so subscribe to the channel. There's a bell on the top where you can click on it, and you select all, and every time Actonville TV goes live, you can you'll be notified when we are live every single time. So you'll be able to watch every single show nicely. All right. It is a Friday evening. Wherever you're going after this or wherever you might be, stay safe. It is the festive season. As you know, you get the drunken drivers. You get, bad mishaps always in festive season. But let's not look at the negative. Have a good time. I wish everybody a safe journey if you are traveling this evening. Lots of people I know are traveling. So take it easy. Have lots of fun. We'll do this again on Monday. Same time, same place from 7 p.m. up until 8. From myself, Kimera, Heeralal, Vanakkam, Namaste, Namaskaram, Sai Ram, Jai Shri Ram, Swami Saranam Mayappa, Om Shakti, Para Shakti. Good night, everyone.